So it's twice as fast as oxygen. So it's going to be smaller than oxygen, right? Because it's moving faster. Okay. So if it's going to be smaller than oxygen, it's going to be on the bottom. So when we set this up, we're going to put oxygen on the top, and then we're going to put our unknown on the bottom. All right? And now we need to figure out if the 2 is going to be on the top or the 2 is going to be on the bottom. All right? And it might be easier if we think about this with the numbers in there. So oxygen is going to be 32 grams per mole. This is still going to be X. And then this is either going to be 2 up here or 2 down here. Where would you put the 2? Anybody have any ideas? Where would you put that 2? On the top. Okay. On the top. I love it. Because if you put it on the top, when you multiply this together, right, it's going to become 2x. And then you're going to have to divide 2 on each side, which means it's going to make this smaller, right? Yeah, that's brilliant. That's exactly right. Okay? And again, if you're like, I don't know what I'm doing, try it both ways and then you'll kind of see. All right? Okay, cool. All right, so what's the next step that we do before we start cross multiplying? We have to square it, right? We need to get rid of these square roots. All right, so let's square and square. On the left, it just gets rid of all the square roots. So it's 32.00 grams per mole divided by X. And then on the right, it's going to be 2 squared, which is 4 over 1. And now we can just cross multiply and solve it. So it's going to be 4x equals 32 grams per mole. So 4x equals 32.00 grams per mole. And 1, right? Divide by 4 on both sides. That's going to give us 8, right? All right, and since 32 has 4 sig figs, it's going to be 8.000 grams per mole. Which is smaller, which is what we're looking for. It's supposed to be smaller. So it's not bad. Even though there's a lot of weird thinking with these problems, it's not bad. So if it's going to be twice as fast, meaning if you want it to be smaller, the number is going to be across from the X. If it's going to be 1/3 as fast or slower, if you want the number to be bigger, the numbers need to be across from each other. That's really all you have to remember with doing the math, all right? If you want the X to be larger, the numbers have to be across from each other, so you multiply them together. If you want it to be smaller, the numbers both need to be on the top or both need to be on the bottom so that you're dividing when you do the cross multiplication. All right? All right.